B and F.
Awesome!
Podcast.
Hey man, you wanna play some video games?
Let's go.
On your mark, get set, terrible.
We're back with Betrayer and Sycophant.
You went hard. I said I'm sorry, Bob. I say it a lot.
See, you know, I'm Sycophant in this situation, so that we're reversed. You're Betrayer and I'm Sycophant.
Yeah, no, I got where you were going. I'm a piece of shit.
Well, now we're switching again. Now, if you want to be S, I'll have to be something else. I'll be betrayed. And
yeah, betrayed and shit. Shitty betrayer. Anyways, we were supposed to go to Odafest this year. I fucked up.
There's a dog in the room. A dog named Bronson.
Bronson, go.
I see what's happening. Not only are you screwing me over this way, you've got my replacement now. Now it's going to be the Bronson and Scott.
Oh my God. He's found out. He's going to kill me. So
it'll be like, it'll be,
welcome to the That's Awesome Podcast.
It's going to be, you're going to go to the YouTube one for subtitles to see what Bronson has been saying.
That'd be the funniest thing ever. Man, that'd be good. But yeah, anyways, I messed up. I kind of fucked up Bob's plans to go to Odafest and my plans as well. I've been dealing with an unruly neighbor.
That's a strange way to describe such an elderly man. I would say like annoying or any other. I wouldn't say like how you said it. I would say it any other way than that.
You know that way you said it? That's just fucking wrong. So, yeah, no, I've been dealing with that. It's been interesting. And I've been trying to keep my patience so I don't beat up an elderly man.
You're trying not to live the American dream?
If we lived in America, I would have been like, Fourth Amendment and shot him. I think that's wrong, but Second Amendment. There we go.
Second Amendment is your
right to bear arms.
Yes, but that's not the right to shoot somebody. That would be a different amendment or a different law you're going after. It's like, Second Amendment, bang!
Be like, I saw this work in a movie one time.
I was burying it right when I shot him. America!
I thought he had a gun. That was his cane. So, yeah, no, I feel really bad about it, though.
He feels bad about trying to shoot this old man that's been pestering him.
No, I don't feel bad about that. I feel bad about disappointing you, Bob.
Listen, if I had $1 for every time I've been betrayed or disappointed, I could have retired 20 years ago.
Thanks, Bob. That makes me feel even better.
That's not you in this. This isn't like the Scott.
No, I get it.
Scott is such a betrayer that it's all Scott. Scott took this personally when I said that.
100%.
He's like, it's all me. It's all me.
Well, this will be the last episode of the BNS Awesome Podcast. It's gonna be the Scott and Braun show from now on. No, So yeah, no, I do feel bad. Thank
God you can edit most of this out.
Oh, I'm not editing any of this out. I don't edit that much out, really. Sometimes we go down like really weird rants
that have to be taken out of context.
Like, if anybody heard this, we would be like blacklisted from. Well, we're already blacklisted from everything.
Yeah, I don't understand what the problem
is. I guess you're right.
I have a funny story. I need to get out there on another tangent now that we've been talking about funny stories and tangents. So at work the other day, they had somebody from higher up come down and talk to us. And we know from our experience, everything they told us was a lie. Well, it is when it comes to stability.
100%.
Like they don't have a clue. They just came down there. I had to laugh because every second word out of his mouth was and ah.
And you were like,
I was sitting there and then I started to count. I was like, what the? It was like a 5-minute spiel he gave us. He said it over 100 times.
It's weird when you start noticing it. Like, I never noticed how much I said, like stuff like that until I started editing the podcast.
That's why I brought it up. I was like, what's going on with this guy?
So if you're new to the podcast or you're like haven't been listening since the start, at the start, honestly, when Bob said every second word was that's what I would say. And I had a really hard time with it because I would edit it. And I got to the point where I can like see it in the voice, like I don't know
In the
what you call
waveform.
it.
It's the waveform.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it drove
That's
me
an I can tell.
100%.
I haven't even got to that on the timeline. I can see it.
I can see it winking me in the eye. Oh, it still drives me crazy. But I've taken it upon myself to like stop saying it as much as I used to. And I think I'm doing better at it.
I'd say so, but it's a real problem with our generation and the newer ones. Like, for example, we say like all the time.
I was just going to say like.
Like, that's what it is, man. It's like that.
It's like,
See?
it's
I
like
said that
like
ironically.
this and like that.
But that's, then you get, like, I've never actually seen anyone say it except one time, but that FRFR, no cap. Like, kids
What?
are saying that. That's for real, no crap.
I'm sure that my son has said that more than once. He's just about 14 now. He's definitely...
Like, one of the new girls at work was going on about Riz and said I had no Riz. And then I had to look what Riz was, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Oh, I had a... I guess we're dating ourselves now. Like, I feel kind of old now.
I am old. My birthday's coming up.
You're going to be...
36.
36. Oh, still a spring chicken.
Yep.
But I had a guy say no cap to me. And I looked at him and I was like, I have no clue what that means.
See, I thought it was like a follow thing. He said, I got no money. I got no caps. And I was like,
Right?
What? Like, why are you talking like this? Like, we don't use bottle caps.
And I
What's
was-
going on here?
I was like, I'm 100% wearing a cap right now. And then I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, what does it mean? And then he was like, I think no cap is good. Or like it means, oh, yeah, like for sure. And like cap is bad. I could be wrong. I'm not up on this generation.
I thought cap was crap.
Cap was crap. Maybe.
Because, like, they don't know how to spell no more or talk no more.
They done got the autocorrect happenings.
They ain't got them learning how to talk right.
Right? Yeah, so I was just stunned by it. I was like, you sound like my son. And he's like,
I am your son.
Papa? But I was just like, how old are you? He was like, 19. I was like, oh man, I got like 16, almost 17 years on you.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, we used to watch Survivor on Channel 15, WGN.
I never could enjoy that show.
Survivor? No, it's okay. The early episodes were good, but I think they're on like 92 or something.
You think they'd proven that it's possible by now?
Oh my god, 100 people survived, and now we're bringing them back for Survivor 100. 100% they'll do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Anyways, like TV show wise, something huge dropped in our world.
Bethany and Biblico?
How did you know? Fallout.
What? There's a Fallout show? Ah!
Huh? I watched all of it.
I think everybody who wanted to see it has watched most
Did
of
you
it by
watch
now.
it?
Of course I watched it.
Okay. Was it not fucking cool to see some of that stuff?
I quite enjoyed the show. There's things I don't like, but, you know, it is what it is. I like that it's canon, but
I was 100% going to say that.
But
too.
I also feel really crappy for some of the fans of 1, 2 in New Vegas.
I could see that. It's based around.
There's a bunch of flubs, though, like you say. Like, the location of Shady Sands is like a retcon, because it's like, wait, I thought it was be much further north than LA than it is. There's all these tiny little nitpicks you can always nitpick.
Yeah, 100%. But, like, for a TV adaptation, I think it was fantastic. I think and I'm sorry if you like the main actress in it, I think she's the worst part of it.
What do you got against Goosey, you fucking fuck?
Well, that got
Shots fired!
real dark real quickly. I don't know. I just...
What do you think of the meme of everyone just calling her Goosey now?
I know. I was like, what? I don't know. It's fine.
Actually, it's Lucy. Nope. Goosey.
Goosey. Yeah. No, she was the only part that I was like, sometimes I got like taken out of the show with.
How so? I'm actually intrigued when you say this.
She just... she came off... I don't even know how to explain it. It was like just like a bit too much.
See, I'm going to go on the other spectrum and say I liked Lucy, the actress, a lot, and I liked that she came off as too much because the whole point of their vault was, Americana of that time.
I suppose. It's just from like who I really enjoyed though?
Walter?
Is Walter the brother?
Oh, no. You like the younger brother and the little subplot, him and the cousin that's in love with Lucy looking around the vaults.
I really enjoyed him. Like, the actor that played him was, like, fantastic. He fucking nailed that. And, I can't even...
Well, let's get into it. We'll just talk about the Fallout show. We'll talk about all our feelings on this episode.
Okay.
It'll be Fallout of the Fallout.
Okay, and everybody needs to understand there will be spoilers.
Lots of spoilers.
Lots of spoilers for the Fallout series. If you haven't seen the Fallout series, go see the Fallout series.
And we'll probably have spoilers for games, too.
The games I could care less about. If you haven't played 1, 2, 3, or 4...
Why don't you have New Vegas in there?
I don't really care if you didn't play those. You fucking fucked up.
What about spoilers for 76? You got to come back to that sometime.
What is the spoiler for that?
You'd be surprised. Anyhow.
Big spoilers for Fallout and I guess all the Fallout games.
Just Fallout series in general.
Yeah.
All right, get talking, and I'll sit here and comment.
Let's take 2 minute or a 2 second pause. 1, 2. If you're still listening and you haven't seen this stuff, you're stupid, because now here comes the spoilers. Oh my God, they're all dead. I'm joking. So as I was talking about the kid, if you are just starting this series, don't listen. Cover your ears. Or I'll try and like say it in a way that Bob understands. The end part with him in the other vault was one of my favorite things because when you go to that vault with all of the things at the end of there, I romanced it. And I managed to have Whoopi with the brain. Did you know you could do that? In Fallout 4, you can go and find the brains and you can have sex with one of them.
What, Jezebel?
I believe so. So
that's for the Mechanist DLC.
Yes. I laughed so freaking hard about that. But like they nailed so much of it. Like the little like blurbs about like the different colonies and stuff. And like how like, oh well this one was like meant like this, and I'm replaying through Fallout again. I think
which Fallout?
4.
Filthy casual.
4's the one that
Filthy casual.
I've come to love.
You know what really surprises me all the time?
What's that?
Is when people keep pointing out that game came out in 2015, but it always seems like things were earlier than they were. But yeah, that game came out in 2015.
So 9 years ago. I love it.
It's not bad. I like some of the other ones more, but it's not bad.
For me, it was I played Fallout 3 a very tiny bit. I don't think I ever beaten it. But Fallout 4, I've beaten probably a dozen times or more.
You ever play New Vegas? Jingle jangle, I've got spurs.
I have not.
It's pretty ballin'.
I've heard if they were to remake it, they should remake it with the new... So I installed it. I got through the first little bit. And I think if they were to redo it with the new graphics, it would be much better.
Well, it's fine the way it is. Even on console. You know what I got to say? Be a mailman, get shot in the head, conquer Nevada. That's the plot of the game.
Nice. But yeah, what did you think of the show? What were some of your shining moments? To see a stim pack in real life, I was like, that's pretty sweet.
I liked Walter Goggins as the ghoul, and I liked Maximus.
Walter?
I quite enjoyed Maximus because people making the jokes that he has the idiot savant perk. Just the way he gets through the whole show, it just makes you laugh.
100%. The fact that Titus, the guy that played Titus,
what's his face? You know,
Oh, I can't remember his name right now, but he's like,
he's the New Yorker.
yeah, he's the redheaded New Yorker guy. But anyways, just to see him in there, and he's like, "You really suck. Like this is like really uncool, man." I was like, "That's fantastic."
I have got a lot of feelings about the Brotherhood, being a tech priest myself of sorts.
Yes. Were you happy with the portrayal?
It makes me wonder because every chapter is different, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna get so. You haven't played much of 3, so I guess you don't know much about this. So anyhow, the first thing Lyons did, one of the things he did was break the chain of command they had, the binds.
Yeah.
So basically, change the bind is like you have your elder, gives a command to your paladin, gives a command from the paladin to the knight, and the knight to the initiate. If the paladin was to command the initiate and skip a step, that's not allowed.
Yeah.
You have to go da 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 da. Owens is like, you know what? We're fighting all these sewer mutants. We're doing this. We're just going to get rid of that. We'll just go with regular style military commands. You can skip some of that.
Yeah.
And that's how he ran his chapter until he died and Sarah took over. And then Sarah was killed. And then Arthur got him and the outcasts back together, right?
Yeah.
So all the chapters are very different. Like they're all different. They all have their little different idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder what's going on in California. Because like, the original guys in the bunker, in Lost Hills, they were kind of hiding underground, losing their war with the NCR. Now the NCR is destabilizing out of the picture, and wherever Maxim's from, they're having a base right in the middle of the open, right?
Yeah.
So like they're not hiding in the bunkers anymore, whoever Maxim is with. But then you get the Eastern Brotherhood showing up in the Pridwin and coming out because they sent a couple forces that way.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder what's going on with the details, because like you've played Fallout 4, you know what the Eastern Brotherhood is all about.
Yeah.
So if Arthur's still in charge, did he come with him, or is he staying out there in the Commonwealth?
Right.
Because like there's only 2 endings that could be canon in Fallout 4 now: the Brotherhood ending or the Minuteman ending.
Fuck, I never thought of that. Yeah, I guess so.
You know, you never look into these things, do you, Scott?
I don't.
You see a flying airship and you're like, ooh la la.
Ooh, piece of candy. No, yeah, it's crazy.
And when the head elder of whatever is going on with Maxim's little group there says these orders come from the highest.
Yeah, highest of commands or something. I can't remember.
Was because he used an odd terminology because they have different ranks over there. He was like the highest. It was like a religious.
Yeah, it was a priest or something. I can't remember. I know what you're saying though.
But it's not a rank that's used by Arthur's.
Yeah.
Brotherhood at least 10 years ago in Fallout 4.
It's interesting. Do you think this is setting up Fallout 5?
Well, Fallout 5 will be, who knows where they're going to go with the story with that. All I know is
go to Canada. I know it won't happen.
Did you see the Nate is a war criminal? You don't look into these memes. So basically, during the intro to Fallout 1, where there was 2 guys wearing power armor shooting that Canadian civilian in the head because he was protesting.
Oh, I don't know much of Fallout 1, but
okay, we got to take a quick pause to look at some memes so Scott will understand context of what I'm going with. I'm going to show him some memes for the show. It's the memes about Fallout in general. We'll be right back.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back from our little sabbaticals. How do you feel about Fallout 4 now that you know that the main character is canonically a war criminal? Does that change your enjoyment of the game? Looking for his son when he's a laughing maniac?
Right? He's a laughing maniac.
War never changed.
He's a war criminal. I enjoyed that. That was good. Yeah. Well, what is that, Bob? Just so everybody else could go check it out if they wanted to?
No, just look at everybody. Everybody who plays Fallout knows that Nate is canonically a war criminal now.
And he laughs. He laughed while they did that.
Can you imagine what his speech was going to be like if he actually got to the VA?
Right? Oh, man, that was good. The Joe Rogan stuff was fucking hilarious.
Joe Rogan just interviews everybody.
If you want to be interviewed... Well, he hasn't interviewed us, though. It's coming.
Well, not yet, but...
It's in the works. We've been talking with Joe.
But anyhow, so yeah, let's see. When I watch the show, I have the memes on my mind, but I also have, like I say, the canon endings in mind.
Yeah, it's good.
So here's the thing with the timeline, right? Who came to rescue Maximus when Shady Sands got nuked? Because they had T-60 power armor. Canonically, most of the T-60 being used was on the East Coast, right?
Yes.
And that happened sometime a little bit after, in theory,
Boston.
after New Vegas.
Yeah.
So, like, in theory, people are saying, if that was, like, the guys from Lost Hills, or possibly, who knows, maybe it was the Mojave chapter just running around, but it should have been either T-45 or T-51, T-51 being the most likely.
Yeah, definitely not T-60. That's weird. I never even thought about that. Huh. Oh, that's interesting.
And then, like I say, what's going on in the Commonwealth? If, like I say, we've got a Minuteman or Brotherhood ending, those are the only two that are be canon. What's Arthur doing if he's still kicking? He's just ruling the DC ruins, the capital still, with a little bit of people in the Commonwealth, expanding that way. Like, they sent the flagship over.
Preston Garvey's there.
I like to put another marker on your map, General. We got another settlement to help out.
We have another settlement to help. Can you join me? Oh my god. I am like avoiding talking to him in this playthrough that I'm doing.
I downloaded some mods, and beyond mods, I also downloaded some of the ones that count as like cheats.
Oh, okay.
To change the game even more. It's pretty hilarious. I'm not even gonna talk to Preston the whole way through the game.
Oh man, there's one where you can like get like a Macho Man Randy Savage mod for the death claws, and rather than it's like screeching, it goes, "Oh yeah."
I'm going full Brotherhood with my run.
You go full Brotherhood on all your runs, don't you?
Even more so now, like with this mod. Every settlement I get, because I'm not going to Concord, so I'm just leaving Preston where he is. Every settlement I go to, I fortify and turn into a fortification for the Brotherhood, essentially.
Just in case they show up.
Like, by the time they show up, my Commonwealth is going to be conquered already.
Yeah, they're like,
you'll be like, wow, just wow. Like, look, we got it. The whole map is already covered.
Right? That's awesome. No, the show was fantastic though. One of my favorite parts is
the bridge scene.
The bridge scene. Oh, that was pretty good too.
When they're just shuffling with their hands.
Yeah. No, I liked when he's trying to get what the hell is he getting from those people? What does he get from Mr. Handy? Walter Goggins.
Let's get into that, because like there's been people talking online. Here's the thing.
I didn't understand what he was trying to get.
Okay, so let's talk about this. This is going to be spoilers. So on the West Coast, these ghouls are taking this drug that prevents them from going feral.
Yeah.
That has never been seen before, right?
Yeah.
So that canonically, there's a kid who was trapped for 200 years in a fridge, and he didn't go feral. So one of the running thoughts with people, because people watch the show and they immediately have theories and make videos and talk online on forums.
That kid's in Jamaica Plains.
Well, he's close to Jamaica Plains.
Yeah, I know where he is.
So the thought is the ghouls on the East Coast are being scammed for a drug that doesn't actually do anything.
It's just a whenever it happens kind of thing.
Well, they're maybe it does have some effect, but maybe it's just it does something for so long and then it stops working because now they're addicted to it. Like, the thought is it's a scam, and these ghouls on this coast are just being exploited to take this drug and do anything they can do to get this drug.
Yeah, because I was like, I can't figure that part out. I was like, I know like 90% of this, but I was like he's eating their back, like their spinal fluid and stuff.
I think that butt jerky was just for something to eat.
Oh, okay, never mind then. But yeah, no. So it was interesting though. But that whole scene where like he gives her to them and stuff, fantastically done. I really enjoyed it. The fact that she like knocked down the Mr. Handy or whatever, and then fucking like used it to kill people. Bravo.
But she didn't actually kill anyone with it.
Yeah, I thought she did.
No, she says, I'm going to shoot you with a Subraxo drain cleaner. And then they just give up. And then like she's like, open every gate. And they're like, oh, not them. She's like, open it. And then they open it. And then the ghouls attack everybody.
I thought she shot somebody with it.
She shot someone with a handgun.
That's what it is.
She took one of the arms and beat someone away for a second, but she didn't actually kill anyone with
I guess,
Mr. Handy.
1 second.
What did you think about the government?
Which one's the government?
When all those sheriffs show up and take him into custody for like 5 seconds? Then he finds out Moldavia's location.
Yeah, they're like, what?
It's illegal. It says who? The government.
We're the government. Yeah. I enjoy it.
Like the NCR, people are waiting to see what goes on in the second season, what's going on with the NCR, because the NCR can't have totally collapsed.
No.
Like, it's obviously segmented, and there's like missing a whole lot of spots, but they didn't. It's not like the whole NCR was just gone when Shady Sands was gone.
No, 100%. But yeah, I'm excited for a second season.
You're excited for a second season, but you don't even know anything about New Vegas.
Right? And it's 100% where they're heading.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. No.
When Hank jumps over the edge and he's like, New Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into this more than Mr. Guy who doesn't know much about New Vegas. What'd you think about Robert House in the show? He was there at the meeting of the secret, all the higher ups of all the companies. They had Robco, Repcon.
Yeah.
Sinclair there for MT.
Robert House.
He was the one with the mustache.
What did I think of him?
Because like in the original game, he says his calculations led him to know that the world was going to end and that he was a day off with getting the platinum chit delivered. But it would seem he had a little more knowledge about what they were possibly intending to do.
Man, that whole scene with that at the table was like they did such a good job where she's just like, we could just blow them all up.
Do you think they did?
100%.
You think it was? Because they said they could, but it seems they may have got the timing wrong. Because like her daughter was still outside with her husband doing carnivals for the birthday there.
There's stuff there that we're not seeing, I think, that they're holding off till the next season. Because they didn't explain that either. They didn't really explain why he's no longer working.
Oh, because they did explain that.
They did?
Yeah, you didn't hear when they called him a pinko? He got blacklisted with the rest of them because they said he was a communist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he was still working, though. Like he
was working kiddie shows because that's all he could get.
But he was still doing, like, fairly big stuff, I thought.
He was, and then he tried to fight it, and he stopped being the spokesman for Vault Tech, and that's when he got blacklisted and became a pinko.
Oh.
Scott, you need to open them eyes and ears when you watch things sometimes.
100% I do.
That wasn't his brother. Yes, it was!
If you go back and listen to us talk about Cold Pursuit, that was the worst. You were like... I remember, I'll never forget Bob looking at me being like, are you retarded? I think you are special needs at this moment.
We're all special needs. We're all on a spectrum. but
I was extra special that day. So, no, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'd like to see some more of like the Fallout 4. I know that you've played New Vegas. You love New Vegas. You love 3. And that's
look at this guy. He wants to go to Boston. He wants to talk like this. He wants some chowder.
You want some chowder, Frenchie? But it's a general consensus that 3 and New Vegas are much better.
No, here's the thing. 4 does a lot of things really well. And then 76, even though some people hate it like you would not believe, also does some things very well. But the problem is, 76 has a lot of storytelling and a lot of lore. The problem is you have to go and look for it. You have to actually play the game. They don't just feed it to you. You actually have to explore and discover things, which some people don't like. Some people just want, hold my hand and take me to this created story.
Yeah, and like I enjoyed 76 while we were playing it.
It's changed a lot. It's barely recognizable now.
Really?
Like I say, like there's human NPCs now. There's quests everywhere. People are back in the whole town. Scorched Plague is somewhat under control.
See, like that was the thing that took me out of it was that there's no NPCs. It really did.
Well, there's tons of NPCs. They're all just robots.
Yeah, it was hard though. I love the story in Fallout. Like Fallout 4, I love like going to the computer terminals and reading through the terminals. I don't know. It just felt not lived in.
Of course 76 didn't feel lived in because everybody was dead except for us. There was 24 people at max on the whole map at a time.
I know. So yeah, so on this playthrough, I found a place that I'd never been to before. And it's the Vault Tech headquarters in Fallout 4. I don't know how I've never been there before. But like I was reading the logs in it and it's like, oh yeah, Brenda's really pissing me off. If she pisses me off anymore, I'm going to stab her in the fucking face. Then it's like, she's a nice girl. It's fantastic. I enjoy, like, the story stuff. But, to be fair, probably my first 2 playthroughs, I hardly read anything. Just beep, 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 skip through all the fucking reading. But now I'm, like, really into... Maybe I've hit a point where I'm enjoying the lore, Bob.
If you're enjoying the lore, I got a bad news about Warhammer for you.
Oh, fucking... So I sent Bob a thing the other day, which I thought was quite funny.
I didn't even look at it yet.
You didn't even look at it?
I was too upset about everything.
It was Warhammer 401k, because you have to take out your 401k to buy it.
Well, we'll get to that in a bit, but I'll just give you spoilers. People are not happy. Just like everything in life, people are not happy.
Nobody's ever happy about anything. You know what, Bob? I'm happy you're here with me right now. We're enjoying this.
You just said you're happier with me right now. When you said with me, isn't like you. You're happy with yourself here right now is what you said.
No, I'm happy with you.
That's not what you said.
You, Robert Bissonette.
That's not what you said, Scott.
My main man, my best chum. Happy with you here right now. But, yeah, I just, I would like to see a bit more of the stuff that I know. Maybe. Like, I would love to see, like, Cabot House. Like, something about the Cabot House. Because that's one of my favorite quests.
I have some bad news for you, Scott.
It's never happening.
The story is set in California and Nevada, and the game you play is in the Commonwealth.
I understand where it is. Never say never, Bob. Never say never.
Your theory is they're just going to like go across all of America to Boston, and that's going to be how the show goes.
They want to get some of them sick broads from Boston. It'd be interesting, though, to see what they could do.
Well, another thing that's being said is they're figuring that Enclave base that the doctor fled was from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So Boston
You never
area.
know. You never freaking know.
I don't know. That's people's theory. I didn't see anything to think that too much.
I liked it's not dog meat. Well, I believe it actually does call him dog meat.
Yes.
But I liked that they gave him like the error code for his
CX404 or something.
Yeah, that's the error code you get. I thought that was like they threw in some really cool like little things. I thought. I don't know. I was super happy with it. I really enjoyed it.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more. That's for sure.
What do you think was the biggest downfall?
The Iron Man style jet thrusters on the T60. See, if I have a jetpack on my power armor, I like a big jetpack on the back, taking up all the space and all the power. It's non-negotiable. I don't like stupid Iron Man style thrusters.
That was probably one of the hokiest parts in the whole thing.
I don't have a problem with jetpacks on power armor, but I'd like to see the classic jetpack.
Yeah, a classic one. Yeah, there wasn't much that I did not enjoy. So when I first started watching it, when I seen is it Maximus is the who takes over for Titus, right?
Oh, you mean the Squire?
Squire, yeah, but it's Maximus.
Yes.
Anyways, so you know who I thought he was? And I was like, I swear to God, that's him. To the point where I had to look it up. I thought it was Stevie from Malcolm in the Middle. 100%. If you look at them, you're like, it 100% could be. And then I looked, like, I went to IMDb and I went onto Wikipedia. He is not, but I enjoyed his performance.
What did you think of the Ghoul's comments about the T-45 and the T-60, and the T-60 essentially just being an up-armored version of the T-45?
He's kind of right, isn't he?
It would seem so, but apparently there's still that fatal welding flaw below the chest piece, even though...
That was awesome. Ooh, I see you boys got the T... Is it the T-60s? No.
The 5 knights that come from
Yeah.
the East Coast have T-60. But he, during the war, had T-45.
Yeah. I like that aspect of it, that it shows them going to war. I like that there's just, I don't know, there's something about it.
You think we'll see T-51 or any other power armors in the show?
Oh man, I want to see a Zip power armor.
Zip.
Is it Zip? The Far Harbor? Is it Zip?
Vim.
Vim.
Vim, and you want it...
I want to see Vim. That would be a throwback that only certain people would get.
Okay, so just run me down how a regional beverage company on a tiny island on the east coast of America ended up in Lower California. Just walk me through your thoughts.
He got a jetpack. He went up and then came down. Maybe he was like going up as far as he could. Maybe he got up really high and then he like angled himself and then coasted.
Okay.
Into New Vegas.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Scott, you found the Vim power armor in your playthrough, right?
I think there's 4.
But you found it in your
Yes.
playthrough? So canonically, somebody already found it and it was there on the island?
So maybe I did it. Maybe I walked. Maybe I would walk 500 miles just to end up in New Vegas. Realistically, Bob, knowing me, I probably would do that just for the shits and giggles. And then stop playing the game forever. It would just be a Vim power armor sitting there, never touched again. Because I'm a filthy fucking casual, but I like doing fun things. And you're like, oh, you see, I see this look in Bob's eyes. He's like, he's fucking right. He's fucking right.
Well, Scott's pretty much set my will to live in, Doc, so...
He knows it. See, guys? But yeah, so...
I also like that it was a smaller scale story, even though... Here's the thing that makes me laugh. It's a small story.
Yeah.
It's about, but
It really is.
But then there's the stakes of, it's got cold fusion. Well, fusion exists to an extent already. I don't know why this
with
is
the
such
fusion
a...
cores.
Okay, so that's mass fusion in those fusion cores. There's a lot of evidence in the game that may be a lie, and those are actually fission cores.
Interesting.
Because like a lot of the fusion generators they have in Boston have a lot of nuclear waste coming out of them that is,
I guess,
indications of fission.
Yep.
Like, and then when you go to steel, they just developed it just before the bombs fell. So
Yeah.
because then the Institute wants that, what is it, the beryllium agitator or something?
Yeah, I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's like the Brotherhood already canonically has some fusion technology at this point, because if the Pridwin's still there, they obviously won to some extent.
Right?
It's interesting that it's so small that you can put it in your head and it'll power the city. That's impressive. That's more powerful than the one they had in Boston, obviously.
Boston. Here's another gripe of mine. So, like, I loved it. I love the show and stuff. I wish, but I binged it. I'm sure most people did.
That was a problem. Some people were saying they should have just done it week by week for better engagement.
I 100% agree with that. Because I watched it, and there was stuff I didn't like. I'm gonna rewatch it probably within the next week or so because there's stuff I missed, and I was like, I really wanted more. Like I want it to draw out. I don't know.
You need to get everything. I think you missed a bunch.
You know me, fucking squirrel. Shiny thing. So, on a scale of 1 to 5 ghosts.
Oh, I'm not ready for that.
You're not ready for that?
No, I still got too much to think and talk about. Like, I'll ask you a question. Philly, that little shanty town.
Yeah.
You've played a little bit of 3, you said.
Yeah.
And you've played 4.
Yes.
Do you see the Brotherhood under Arthur or Lyons just executing everyone in a town just to take it over for no good reason?
No. Do you?
So how do you feel about this Brotherhood killing everyone in the town and taking it over just for a staging ground?
It feels off. It feels like it's not real. Like maybe, hey, you never know. Maybe they're not really the Brotherhood.
Well, here's an interesting theory I'll get to you. Someone pointed out with the colors of the flag of this chapter of the Brotherhood, they're saying, what if in the canon ending, the Legion was defeated and then absorbed by the Brotherhood, taking on a lot of their factions and traits?
Oh.
There's like, because everyone in this Brotherhood has Roman names.
Yeah.
And they've got the colors of the Legion on their Brotherhood flag.
Man, that would make sense, too. Mind freaking blown. It would make sense, though.
Then you have a much darker, sadistic Brotherhood.
Yeah. That will kill an entire town.
Like Arthur Maxon, flawed person, but he came to the Commonwealth to get rid of the Institute.
Right? He had a purpose.
And when you're playing Fallout 4, you can see them coming down, killing people, but not humans. They're killing super mutants. They're killing synths. They're killing raiders.
Never just humans. I love that. When it just happens. I was cruising around. So just before I discovered the Vault-Tec HQ, I was like cruising through this like one of the parts, and all of a sudden I seen the ship come in, and I saw them come down, and it was just they just obliterated a bunch of super mutants, and one of them died, and I might have gotten their armor.
I'm just saying it's. And then if you go further back to when Lyons was running it, they were at war with the super mutants to try to help out the capital. They said, you know what? Let's get this Project Purity going so people have drinkable water.
That was one thing that I was kind of sad that I didn't see, though. It was a super mutant.
There was one under a gurney.
Was there?
If you go back when the Enclave's there, he looks over and you can see the super mutant's hand under the... You can see the hand sticking out under the cloth as they move by. And that's one of the reasons he didn't want to go forward with the testing, because they were experimenting on the dogs with FEV, weren't they?
I believe so. I don't know. There was a few things that I would have liked to have seen.
You want to see more FEV. You're all about the FEV. That's all Fallout is to you. FEV and power.
That's it. That's all that fucking matters. But no, I would have liked to have seen like...
Your favorite character is Frank Horrigan, isn't it? Because he's an FEV mutant who wears power armor. The ride's over for you, mutie.
He's figured me out. No, I wanted to see maybe some more of the creatures. They had a good supply of them, but there was a few that there was no. I was surprised there wasn't a rad roach.
Aren't you kidding me?
Well, sorry, they had the rad roaches, but they're not as big as the ones in the game.
The ones in the game have they have the sizes like one was about.
I guess they have the little.
One was about the size of the dog.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't find them. Maybe it's because I play the game.
What do you think about those new types of gulpers?
That was strange.
That are essentially just human hybrids
with fingers in their mouths.
That's a lot of messed up FEV going on.
That was weird because I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, it looks like the gulper."
It's a passing resemblance,
and I'm like, "But it's not. It's definitely not." And I'm like, "It must be." So I don't know. It was there was goods, bads. I would have like I don't know. I don't know.
Like I say, I like that it was a small story and that now we're going to be moving on. And I'd like to see how it fits into canon, that's for sure. Because people are very apprehensive and upset about some parts of it, obviously.
Breaking news, Bob.
What?
So this is I just seen this come up on my news feed. Xbox shuts down 4 Bethesda studios.
Yeah, I saw that already.
That's bullshit.
They're shutting down a lot of things because I guess when things go woke, they get broke.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And this will tie into sometime we do the Warhammer one.
Yes. We should get that Warhammer one done, too. If you have, like, we only have one left on the Warhammer one, and it's lore.
That's okay. They're changing the lore again, so it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Well, that'll be our whole podcast about it.
It doesn't matter.
Welcome to the 100th episode of the... Oh.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Warhammer doesn't matter. But yeah.
I'd give it a solid 4 right now.
A solid 4?
Solid 4. Almost solid as Solid Snake.
I think I'm with you. It doesn't happen very often, but I think a solid 4 is 100% where I'm at with it too.
So you have to see how it goes with the new stuff. It'll be very interesting this next season.
Yeah, I will. I'm excited.
Now, you're going to come back to 76? See what it's all about?
Man, we'll have to see.
Man,
I was in Boston. I met this guy on this T60.
I got T45 because I like it. It's lighter.
It's lighter, more aerodynamic.
It is. I got a jetpack and everything. It's on my back, not my wrists.
That was so weird. It was hokey. Because I was like, when he started doing it, I was like, what is he doing? And I was like, he's jetpacking. But I'm like, the jetpack's supposed to go on the back, and you're like supposed to like rock it up. Not like have to control it. I don't know. There was a few things. Like I said, I'd like to see Super Mutants come.
You want to see live Super Mutants?
I want to see Strong. You didn't like Strong? Don't even talk to me anymore.
You know, see, I'm just gonna give you a hint so you can edit. You'd be like, I want to see, and then just put in Marcus. Instead of saying Strong, just say Marcus.
Why? Who's Marcus?
Marcus is a mutant that would make a lot more sense to be on that side of the country than Milkman.
Give me the human.
Have you seen they've added a mod in there to give him milk armor?
Oh my goodness. No.
It's one of the mods is like one of the official mods, so you can actually just get on the mod section that doesn't affect anything else. But yeah, you can get it's milk themed armor. Someone took all the milk refrigerator machines. It's like this helmet's got an attachment. There's like a milk bottle tactically held over.
That's so awesome.
You got to look up his milk armor.
No. Yeah.
That's the milk of humankind. He's
Milk of
undefeatable
humankind. Yeah.
with his milk armor.
Fuck, that's funny. So yeah.
You just like Fallout 4. That's all you know is Fallout 4.
That's all I know, Bob.
Fallout 4.
Fallout Shelter. Be fair, I know Fallout Shelter too, which has no canon to anything.
Sure, it's canon. There's a couple things that are canon, but I think that's only the Chinese version. the thing being canon is like, and it's got like cards that have like lore on them. That's the canon part.
Yeah. No, so I'm super happy with Fallout. I'm super happy that they're still like producing like these really good TV shows from games, because not even like 2 years ago it was all dog shit. I feel like the TV show route lets them get out more. Like the Last of Us, fantastic. Like 5 out of 5 ghosts. They did that perfect. This 4 to 5 ghosts, maybe 4.5. I'm probably like on the border. Fantastic. Like, remember our like third thing we ever reviewed. Do you remember it?
I don't remember nothing.
Do you remember the name of the episode? I do. Street Fighting Garbage.
Street Fighting Garbage.
It is. That movie is synonymous with terribleness. And Bob will argue that what was the guy's name? And Bison, who played him?
Greatest actor of our time. He did it for his kids. He was dying the whole movie.
I know, that's what Bob always goes to. But I was like, nope, that movie killed him. That movie,
maybe it did, but still,
it was that movie that killed him. It was Jean-Claude Van Damme kicking him in the head. That's what killed him. And that guy that bent the rubber bars. I'll never get over that. But it's cool to see that like they've came that far with these video game movies. Uncharted, kind of shit movie.
A lot of them are still garbage.
Kind of shit, but not bad. I would say 3, 2.5, 3. Assassin's Creed, on the other hand, I like Michael Fassbender. You get a 0.5 for that. After that, there is no more points.
Yeah, we'll have to see what comes out in the next couple of years because there's a couple of things on the docket.
Yeah. Anyways, what's happening next? Guess what our next episode is, Bob?
Warhammer?
Nope.
Pickles?
Nope. Guess what? It's a very monumental episode.
100?
It is. 100th actual episode. We have lots of traveling. I don't include the traveling. I don't include
traveling. I don't include special episodes. I don't include interviews. I don't include anything.
Yep.
Anything to get to that 100.
But
I make the rules.
We are finally at 100 episodes proper.
All right, we'll have to do something big for it.
I know.
We should do it over there.
We should do the King Kong -1 review.
We're going to do a whole thing about Godzilla. You're actually going to watch some movies?
I will watch some movies.
I think you got like 3 Godzilla movies to get through you didn't bother to see.
Whoa. We are not watching any of the Netflix Godzilla movies.
I already said they were god-awful.
We've already reviewed those. But I will sit down and watch -1. Or should we do a review on reviews? Remember the train episode? It's pretty fucking good. What am I making you review? I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We will figure it out. We appreciate you guys for listening. Thanks for being awesome.
And I'm betrayed and leaving me as shit. Thank you for listening.
And I'm shit.